to let your unconscious control you.
You gotta think fast sometimes.
You do gotta think that. That's why it's practice. That's why you practice being alone with yourself and your thoughts and with scenarios. And that's, the military. That's what y'all do in boot camp. They do different scenarios to prepare you for combat.
So we don't kill anybody.
Yeah, yeah. So and so you can protect yourself. So when you're in the situation and then you're scared, your body always knows what to do without you consciously thinking about it. Your subconscious has already been set, so it's working automatically. So everything, we're not in war, but I'll tell you, we treat everybody like they're the enemy, and they're not. So I think if you can, now some people, the best scenario is just to walk away. Is walk away because they trigger. And if you're aware who triggers you, then you can love them from a distance. Mm-hmm. And if you quiet for enough time, you can learn a lot about their pain. And you won't be like, I can't stand it. You be like, poor baby.
You can only poor baby somebody so much though. Like with mine,
you do the right thing. You can't let them in. You can't let them in. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he gets in. You can't. When he does what he does, what you do is, and what you did today. All right, bye. Yep. Don't sit. Don't build yourself up to a pervert, because you have to. Yeah.
Yeah, because a year ago I couldn't have. It would have been an 18-hour battle. And
yeah.
Nope, got shit to do. Later, bye. Your problem.
Yeah, that's just too much time to be wasting. I mean, I've learned that, and I took the other day. I said, I had situations, okay, and I felt that it was affecting me. So after I got an understanding what was happening, then I reset myself. That's okay. Okay, it makes sense from the other person's perspective. I may not agree with it, but I understood because my receptors, I received something that connected me emotionally to something that happened that was negative. But what the person was doing wasn't negative. It was just from their point of view. But I had to understand them, that it wasn't directly against me. And everything a person does, just because it reminds you of John or Joe or Jeanette, doesn't mean it's John, Joe, and Jeanette. You mean you got to deal with your memories. Every memory has emotion to it, and every emotion has a feeling.
With my kid, mm-hmm. When he's acting like an ass, it comes out. It's like, you're just like your father, or everybody says it. Is that good? Is it bad? I mean, sometimes people need to know.
Yeah, but you probably heard a lot of times. You got to work with controlling that impulse. We all get impulses.
But even if they are.
Yeah, but how does it benefit them knowing?
If this person still wants to be in my life, they need to be aware of what they're doing. It's setting me off.
Yeah, but the relationship you have with their father, you didn't have that type of relationship with them. So to tell them that you're just like their father,
like your asshole daddy.
Yeah,
was an asshole.
That's dead.
But it didn't change things. He was still an asshole before he died.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure you said it more than once, right?
Oh, I've said it a few times in the last few months.
Yeah.
It doesn't make it. The other day, a foot from me, literally, I wanted to knock his teeth. I mean, I had to stop myself. My fight instinct kicks in.
But you didn't hit him, did you?
No.
So it was a choice.
Yes, but I had to physically stop myself in the process.
Right. Like I'm conditioned to, I'm engineered to fight first. It's been many times where I get startled and I'm in position.
Yeah.
However, I catch myself because I can't hit my wife. Because I'm startled. I'm startled. And my body doesn't say run. My body said we got to fight. Yep. So my wife said, why are you doing that toward me? It's not you. It's just that I'm ready. But I had to say, okay, take deep breaths, collect myself. I had to tell myself I am in a safe place. I had to pull myself back. I said I am in a safe place, and you have the choice to let your unconscious control you. Or
Fast sometimes.
you gotta think that's why it's practice. That's why you practice being alone with yourself and your thoughts and with scenarios. That's what y'all do in boot camp. They do different scenarios to prepare you for combat. Yeah, yeah. So and so you can protect yourself. So when you're in the situation and then you're scared, your body always knows what to do without you consciously thinking about it. Your subconscious already set, so it's working automatically. So we're not in war, but a lot of times we treat everybody like they're the enemies, and they're not. I think if you can, now some people, the best scenario is just to walk away. Is walk away because they trigger. And if you're aware who triggers you, then you can love them from a distance. And if you quiet for enough time, you can learn a lot about their place. And you won't be like, I can't stand it. You'll be like, you do the right thing. You can't yell at me. You can't yell at me. Yeah, because you can't. When he does what he does, what you do and what you did today, right? Don't sit. Don't build yourself up to a person. Because you have to. Yeah. Yeah, that's just too much time to waste. I mean, I've learned that, and I took the other day. I said, I had situations, okay, and I felt it that it was affecting me. So after I got an understanding what was happening, then I reset myself. That's okay. Okay, it makes sense from the other person's perspective. I may not agree with it, but I understood because my receptors, I received something that connected me emotionally to something that happened that was negative. But what the person was doing wasn't negative, it was just from their point of view. But I had to understand them that it wasn't directly against me. And everything a person does, just because it reminds you of John and Joe and Jeanette, doesn't mean it's John, Joe, and Jeanette. You gotta deal with your memories. Everybody has emotion to it, and every emotion has a feeling.
With my kids, when you act like an ass, it comes out like just like your mom. Everybody says it. Is that good? Is it bad? Sometimes.
Yeah, but you probably heard a lot of times. You gotta work to control that impulse. We all get impulses. Yeah, but how does it benefit them though?
If this person still wants to be in my life, they need to be aware of what they're doing and setting me up.
Yeah, but the relationship you have with their father, you didn't have that type of relationship with him. So to tell them that you're just like their father, yeah, that's dead.
Didn't change things. He was still an asshole before he died.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure you said it more than once, right?
Oh, I've said it a few times in the last few months.
Yeah.
Making it less true.
Right, but after the first two times, are you saying to help her or you're saying to vent?
To make him aware.
You can't make a grown man aware. He hears.
What you're doing that is insensitive, that is assholeish.
So how's that helping him?
Maybe he can stop.
But you said
that
maybe.
behavior? I don't know.
You're right, but you said maybe.
Well, he can't if he doesn't know.
But you said 4 or 5 times.
Mother to enlighten him.
But she said 4 or 5 times. You know, he knows.
Can I ask you a question?
Good. You talk to Paula. Go ahead.
Yeah, can I? I'm sorry, what is your name?
Paula, and yes, anything.
Paula, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Now, so he frustrates you, obviously.
Beyond.
Okay. Now, have you ever set him down and let him know what bothers you?
Repeatedly. My son just got out of prison and is going through meth addiction. And it took me a year to even figure out that's what it was. I had no experience. So talking to him right now, he's still not in a mental place to hear some of this stuff yet. So yes, I've tried. Yes, you can sit down, you can carry on the conversation. 10 minutes later, if he's wasted or this or that, brain chemistry, he's not in a position yet to be receptive at all.
So maybe do you think that maybe like during that time it might be a distance? Say, hey, you know, you are ruining our relationship by doing this and this and this. You're causing this.
Yes, we have. And I know in his moments of clarity, he understands, he feels guilty, he wants to change, but he's still so caught up in the emotional roller coaster of the addiction that he literally just cannot see beyond himself right now.
Is he willing to stop the addiction? You know, stop what he's doing or no?
He says yes. He called the people at court yesterday, didn't go in. So his actions and his words are still kind of at odds. He has the desire to get help, but he does not have the impulse control yet. So I had to put him out. I mean, we were getting physical, we were getting violent. One of us was going to hurt the other.
So it became destructive to you.
Oh God, yes. Yeah, I was ready to kill myself. How many times did I take pills this past year and then tried to ram the car?
Wow.
Yeah, it was bad. So now he's out. He lives about an hour away, but it's still every day. Mom, I need this. Mom, I need that. Mom needs shit too.
Right.
And I've got the patience of nobody. I have none. And this has been going on like 18, 19 months now.
Wow. So it's like
Dr.
D said, you could, you know, like sometimes it gets to the point that you have to go ahead and love somebody from a distance.
Yes, we are there.
So, and I think it's basically like you said, you just gotta, sometimes it gets to that point and becomes toxic and you just gotta go ahead and have that person from a distance instead.
Right. The emotional, you know how you get the mom guilt, you want to help your baby, but you realize you're only making your baby worse because now they're dependent on you. We're at that stage.
If you know you have done everything that you could, and there's nothing else you can do, then it just is what it is.
I hung up today. That's progress.
That's right.
It just is what it is.
Yeah, and I mean, I love him. He knows I'm going to love him no matter what. But tolerating the behavior, I cannot do any longer.
And the thing is, it's just going to go ahead and you know, that self-love. And it's going to be like, you know what, for my sanity and for my peace of mind, I can't do that. And hopefully by that, he might end up like having no choice but to change.
I'm hoping. And he knows that, I mean, 20 jobs in the last 2-3 months. He works a day, 2 days. So yeah, we've just had to emotionally separate or not let his issues become my issues.
Right.
You can't feed the energy. You can't feed it. If you feed it, then it increases them. You know, if you have any people in your life, I've had this, whereas it appears that the more you beg, the more they get geek.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They still gonna say no, but they like get hyped about that.
Right.
And I've had people like that. And so every time I ask, it's like they start smiling. because you're begging. But when you stand and what they say doesn't affect you, then they respect you.
Uh-huh.
We're getting there.
Yeah, then they respect you. They say, oh man, okay. They say they can't say nothing bad about you, except they didn't pick up the phone.
Oh, I can. I was all kinds of bitch and shit this morning when I wasn't bringing in gas.
Yeah, and reason I believe that the reason he does that because to start, he feels that it may get to you. I think he feels it may get to you to a point where you will do something for him.
Yeah, persistence has always paid off in the past.
Yeah.
For you.
Hey, bro, don't fix it. So if I cuss out enough, then eventually she gonna feel guilty. She gonna do something for me, and which then it happens.
Yeah, not anymore. Mama's broke. He done wiped me out.
Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it.
I wish I'd have met you like 5 years ago instead of like now. Probably could have saved him going to jail for 4.5 years if I could have understood what was going on then and applied something. But hey, better late than never.
Right. And Stella, I did get your message, and my guys will come see you, but what you say, Phil?
I said Paula gave you a compliment.
But Paula gave you breakfast.
Now she said I like Fresh Prince.
Mm-hmm. Now, how did he get a picture of you?
No, that's not what I said.
What you say?
I said she gave you a compliment.
What's the compliment? Oh, my beard. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. It's like, I was trying to think, what did I say?
Yeah, I thought you what you said.
She said you look like the Fresh Prince.
How's that compliment?
Well, I think his Fresh Prince is cute. You know, I can see where that would be a compliment.
I think I look better.
There you go.
That's right.
Now, I want to know how Phil has a picture of you from 16 years old. Where did he come by that?
It's him.
Phil?
We went to the same high school.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Did y'all?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, Chicago's got to have more than one, you know.
Well, we went to vocational high school.
Okay.
Yeah, and using my commercial arts because I majored.
That's what you told me about that. I need to see how this stuff down here.
Yeah.
Some commercial shit down here fishing.
Yeah, so that's good, Stella. You know, Stella, that was good insight and about what Paula was talking about. But I mean, but you can't let other people, whether it's relatives or whoever else, take if they're too negative. And I think I told Paula this and said, I champion myself as being encouraging. I had a friend that she was so depressing that she started to pull me down. I said, I gotta get, and I've never had that happen before. I said, it's sunny outside, it's too hot. I said, this is a nice house, too small. Or nice dress is wrinkled.
You just can't win.
Or your hair looks nice, it's due for me to get it done. I mean, everything I was saying, and it's her negativity was so strong that I didn't want to be around her. It's like it was pulling me down.
Energy vampires.
Yeah, pretty much. So, and she didn't do it intentionally. It's just that people, I believe people are content on living in their misery because their misery is familiar.
Mm-hmm.
It's more, people are more willing to live in their past, pull from their past and live it in their present, which what it does, it makes their future their past. So they're just constantly going in a circle and wondering why they're not going anywhere but still living in a dark room.
And so that's what I tell Stephen, that he is choosing to wallow. I mean, it's like Eeyore, woe is me, every minute of the day. And it's like, I'm sorry, handle it. Don't bring it to me anymore. I'm not ashamed.
Well, and what's happened is that it's become so appealing to escape. So he's escaping. He's never.
I'd be miserable. I couldn't. That's cute. I could not live that way. I get depressed for a day or so, and I can't stand to be around myself anymore. I've got to get in a better mood.
Yeah, and sometimes having the right people around you,
Or know people.
or know people. Huh?
I like to know people.
You got your dog.
The dog's even irritating sometimes. He's needy.
But he don't talk back.
Not much. He howls occasionally.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, I think you just have to. You have to be, like I said, you have to be aware of self, of what sets you off, what sets you in a good way, what sets you in a bad way, and when you're aware of that, then you know how to manage it. You have to manage it when the triggers come. Then you need to understand how. What's that?
It's easier to do on a phone than when they're sitting on your couch and big.
Oh yeah. Oh, I agree.
I would need a fork to get him off of that couch again.
And see, and that's how you manage it.
Don't let him on the couch.
When you're aware of how and what they do to trigger, and you will how it sets you off, then you have to figure out what is the vehicle to use to manage it. So the phone is better because here I can't handle it. The phone is better.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I made him this week. I made him go 24 hours without any. I mean, I blocked him on Facebook. I blocked him on the phone. The next day, we were good. We had one conversation. Love you. Now, by today, what was that? 4 days? Friday, Saturday. It already went to hell. And I
Phil, stop typing. Phil, you typing?
No, that's not me.
Ain't me.
Stella, that's you typing.
No, I'm not typing.
What's that clicking? Is that the dog licking the computer? What?
Man, he wants to talk, so he's typing.
Oh, that's the rat dog. The
Yeah,
pimp.
he's typing. He's trying to talk to. No, I'm just joking. Nobody's typing.
I hear like a tapping.
No, I hear it too, but
I do
to
too,
me,
but I
it
don't know
doesn't
what
sound
it
like
is.
tapping. To me, it sounds like a static.
Now, I think Phil playing with those bobbleheads.
Somebody's playing video games.
Did you hear it?
I hear it. Yeah, that. It's aliens.
On my side, it sounded like it's static. On my side, that's what I hear.
And then it just stopped. Oh no, it did. It picked back up. Yeah, maybe it may be static. Don't want none, don't need none. Static.
So you know what I was gonna go ahead and say though,
Go ahead.
Dr. D? You know, remember I told you how I was told that idiot went ahead and said when toward the end where he told me, he said, you allowed me to do it, you allowed me to get away with it. Remember I told you that? And I said, how the heck do I allow you to go ahead and get away with it? He said, you never went ahead and made me, like to make somebody do it. So it's like, so they're saying that if you don't put your foot down and say, hey, I'm not going to go ahead and have you come around me, or I'm not going to go ahead and have you in my life, or whatever, or keep them at a distance, you are letting them get away with it.
You're enabling it.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And that's what brought me, like when you were telling me about your son, he's your crutch, or excuse me, you're his crutch.
Yes.
And so to a point, you allowed him to go ahead and end up being a neighbor.
Oh, lifelong. I mean, I
Now it's
allowed
gonna
him
go
to
ahead and take
speak
some
to me
time, but you're gonna
bad.
have to like totally just like put your foot down.
That's what I'm learning to do now, thanks to Dr. D, because I didn't have the tools or the means to even know how to put my foot down. Everything I did, I thought I was doing the parental duty, blah, 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 and I was actually making it worse. He runs out of gas, come to mom, give him money. Go spend that on
Right.
drugs, come back to mom.
It gets
So,
hard. It gets harder when it gets harder when they get older because it has to be a harder lesson because
Right.
you want to be you even though you being hard, they you are doing it in love. A
right,
policeman won't do it in
no.
love.
And for the last 10 years, I allowed him to talk to me the way he did. You
Yeah,
know,
that's the big thing. Cause
he
like,
saw men talk to me that way. So even though he hated those men, well, she let him do it. You let this husband do
Learn
it.
behavior.
right.
Exactly. So I had enough of all of them, moved out here to the swamp, and I didn't plan on seeing the kid, the husband, nobody. I'm still with the no husband. That is
Good
not
grief,
me. I swear. And I got nothing else on. So.
Phil.
But no, I agree. I'm learning now all of the things I did to enable him
Right.
and trying to reverse them.
And like you know, trying to go ahead and change, like breaking habits,
Hmm.
trying to change it. Like it's like learning, and you're gonna be learning, and what you're gonna need to teach him is what is acceptable and what it isn't.
Exactly.
Before a relationship becomes totally toxic to your well-being.
Right. And it
Right.
That's
did.
when it
It got
became
to
more
that point.
toxic.
3 days after he got home, I was at the parole office. Do I have to keep him? And I love this boy, but I can't stand to be around him now.
Yeah.
So now that I know he's got a roof over his head, he's got food, it's easier to take that separation and that space because I know he's not going to die.
And
Hold on,
hopefully
hold on. I'm sorry, Phil. Is that you, Phil? Say something.
That is not me. No, that's not me.
I think you have another person there, Dr. D, that you're not aware of.
Let me see. It may be. Let me see. It's me. One.
Did Andy
That's
show up?
not positive.
And I hadn't even had time to get on and see if he was around or not yet. And I've been in the house 10 minutes when I got on.
No, it's static. It may be. It's static. Man, but it's irritating.
Yeah, that's what it sounded on my side. It sounded like static. But what I wanted to say is like, like we tend to go ahead and be in there. And it's different when it's family than it is when it's somebody that you like are dating or married to.
Yeah,
It's
you can
different.
leave a husband. You can't leave your kids. Well,
Yeah, because that's different. It's like two different type of relationships. Yeah.
right.
And it's harder. But the thing is you're gonna have to go ahead and put your foot down what you are, what it's okay and what it isn't. But it's gonna take time. But like I said, where it became like toxic where I had no choice but to,
Hmm.
you
And
know,
we let it get to
do it
that
for my
point.
own mental well-being and physical in the same note because it gets to the point that your body is gonna go ahead and react to
Right.
what's going on in your mind, and then you end up getting sick where you're forced to do it. And now you have no choice but to.
Yep. Ulcers, Xanax, you name
Right.
it.
Because you want
And
some type of relief.
Hmm.
hopefully it's gonna go ahead and get better.
It will now. Because if not, I'm selling the house and moving to Alaska.
And you're gonna do what?
I said, if it don't get better, I'm selling my house and moving to Alaska.
I hear you.
So,
Mhm.
uh,
Did
well,
you hear that, Dr. D?
What's that?
I said, did you hear that where it's like echoing, like the voice echoes like seconds later?
Yeah, I do. I hear that it's a delay.
Yeah.
I got you. I got
Okay. Well, love you
you.
guys. Nice meeting you, Stella. We all need to hook up sometime.
All right.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
See you.
You
I will
take
catch
care.
up. I promise.
You know what is what, please.
I will.
Thank you. Appreciate you. You have a good night.
Do the same.
Bye bye bye.
All right. All right. Oh, Stella. All right. I thank everybody for coming out, and then thank for everybody coming out on this live show. A Q&A seemed to be quite refreshing because it's good dialogue, and everybody seemed to have a certain viewpoints and communicated with some type of fluency. So that's appreciated. And tonight, you all can go on to, well, you can go right now down to my comment section. You should see a comment section on the YouTube channel, Heroes Journey with DrD.com, and you should see the podcast link, and you can click on the podcast link and pick Spotify, Apple, about six or seven platforms that you can choose, and you can view. You can view previous episodes. However, after tonight, you should be able to view this episode connected with the weekly upload. Well, actually tomorrow after the update, after the replay. Because tomorrow we're gonna play at 9 p.m. Eastern time the replay of this show with some minor edits to it. And after the show, there will be an upload of the show that I uploaded earlier in connection with the live. All right. So all that being said, this is Hero's Journey with Dr. D. It encourages to motivate, to educate, to inspire. Trying to help you get beyond your first move and creating a better mindset today. If you find any value in this content, go ahead, help me help you so we can help others by clicking subscribe, hitting that bell, clicking the all for the bell notifications so you can catch on any content that I produce and send up at any time. Do that, share the content, because when you do that, you help climb with me and join with me so we can make it better tomorrow, today. So with that being said, this is the Hero's Journey with Dr. D. Peace and blessings to you all, and we are out. Journeymen, journeywomen, that's the end of this video. Hope you received something from this content that I put out. And also, if you'd like to get a little bit more, look up above and click the Purpose Driven series and my Emotion series. I promise you there's something in there for you. And if you need a little bit more one-on-one time for me to help you get beyond your first move, click down below and hit my website, and we can talk further about how I can assist you. And also, if you don't remember anything else, remember this. Every day you get up vertical, make it your goal to life to move forward and not backwards, because you are important. And this is a Hero's Journey with Dr. D. Ow!